Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 64 of Cross Atlantic Gaming. I'm your host, Risky the Kid, and joining me this week, well, it will be Moose in a little bit here. He's on a child duty, per usual, so, he'll be joining us anytime here. But our guest host for the week, first up, Kaboski.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. And returning to the show for the first time in a little bit, Dan Pod.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Dan? How you been? Long time no podcasting.
Yeah, it's summertime, dude.
I mean, hey, that's true. Lots of camping and fun outdoor activities to be had.
We're gonna talk exclusively about camping this entire podcast.
Yes, it's the Cross Atlantic Camping podcast. That sounds way catchier.
We found our niche. That's it, boys. We got it.
CAC, CAC.
Oh boy,
that's probably
took
dangerously
a turn.
close. Something else we don't need to be talking about. Wonderful. Like I said, Moose will be joining us in a little bit here. First up, though, this week is our Patreon episode. And speaking of patrons, we actually have a new patron this week, and that is Tim Fielding. So, Tim, thank you for the support, my friend. It's appreciated.
Woo!
Beat me to it, shit.
Hey, if you guys both do it at the same time, it sounds like everybody's super enthusiastic, and we're happy that Tim's on board, because we are. So, woo!
Woo,
Thanks,
woo!
Tim. Just a bunch of woo girls. I love it.
My first drink tonight, woo!
God damn it. All right. So
Where's Moose? He needs to rein this back in.
Yeah, good luck. He's knee deep in... No, never mind. Okay, so I got all the names in the hopper for the giveaway. So let me spin this little wheel quick, and we'll see who our winner is.
Woo.
I don't believe it. Our winner is Chaotic.
Woo! Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
I really need some soundboard noises there, like an audience maybe clapping or just anything besides the three of us just wooing constantly at the mic. It's fine though.
That's what the podcast going to be, just us wooing the whole time.
As we talk about camping,
Yes, nothing more woo-ful than camping.
we are going to skyrocket to the top of the iTunes charts. I can feel it in my bones. Yikes. All right.
Congratulations, Chaotic, by the way.
So yes, congrats to Chaotic. If you want to be like Chaotic or Tim Fielding, you can head on over to patreon.com/CAG podcast. Our next drawing will be a month from now, but congrats again to Chaotic. All right, guys, another week in gaming, and I guess some camping. What have we all been doing? Let's start with Kaboski. I'm trying to avoid some of the stuff that Moose is going to need to talk about, because that's a lot of the stuff that I've been playing and that Dan's been playing. So, we'll start with
some
Kaboski.
mild overlap here.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. It's the there's no new video games out right now, so it's kind of, we're all playing the same stuff for the most part. So, but anyways, what are you doing in Destiny 2? Are you getting ready for Shadowkeep at the end of the month, right? Or beginning of next month?
Beginning of October, yeah, it'll be coming out. But because they pushed, it was originally, I think, September 17th.
It was September, right?
But they pushed it out to the first day of October.
But Cross Save's coming out sooner, correct?
Yeah, next week. Cross Save will be coming out on the 21st, so for anyone that doesn't know, you'll be able to, if you have multiple Destiny accounts, I guess you would say, like different platforms you play it on, you'll be able to have one character, and they'll be able to access it on all platforms.
Which is awesome. And I was like, I'm pumped for that, except for I have to wait until the free version's out for like the PC version, because I don't want to buy it again.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just waiting now at this point. So it's like, sweet, cross save, and that's awesome for a lot of people like you who you're on PlayStation and Xbox at this point, right?
Yeah, I'm mostly on PlayStation now, just because that's the count that's going to be, I guess, I'll be picking when it comes to cross save. So whatever's on there will be transferred over to my Xbox at that time.
Yeah, but how awesome is that to just be able to play with everybody on the Xbox side?
Finally.
Oh, God. Isn't it crazy that it's taken this long for that to be a thing, like to start to be a thing in games, like universally? Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
And then what was I gonna say? One of the games that you guys been playing, that's one I'm waiting for cross save as well, just because that's another one that I have on multiple platforms too. But
Is that Division 2?
yeah,
Spoilers. We're going to talk about Division 2 here in a minute.
gasp.
My bad. So yeah, what are you doing in Destiny 2? Anything you raiding yet? Have you done your first raid yet?
No, I'm waiting for one on Xbox because everyone that plays Destiny 2 that I know are on there.
That's what we should do. We should just set raid night to be the day that cross save comes out. Maybe the next day, just in case
Just in
doesn't
case it
go
goes
very
south.
smoothly. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm down for it starting next week, and I guess that's going to be hopefully fingers crossed because that's a new feature. But other than that, there's the Heroes of Solstice event that's going on where you get like the set piece of gear for your character, and each gear set has little challenges that you need to go through if you want to upgrade it. And that there's about like 3 different steps you have to do. And
Okay, so that's kind of cool.
it's cool. So it's like I think it starts off at like that uncommon green tier like gear that you don't see anymore. But
Yeah, well, thank God.
yeah,
The screen would just be littered with green and blue everywhere. Although you can still find blues nowadays pretty commonly, right?
it's very common still,
Yeah.
even when you're at max level and almost at the highest light level.
Awesome.
So it goes like you'll go your green tier, which is like basic stuff, maybe like play 10 matches of Crucible and some other stuff. It's just like it's not much of a grind, but then I'm on the next step up for blue, and the grind for that's a little bit longer.
So
And
what's
then-
the grind going to be like to get it to purple?
Right now I'm almost done with it. Actually, the last thing I need to do is there's a thing called EAZ, which is basically just kill as many bosses as you can, and then for each boss is a chest you can loot. And one of the steps I have to do, and it's the very last step, is going to be killing 50 mini bosses.
Oh, good God. What a
Yeah.
grind.
It used to be, it's technically it still is 100, but as in for tomorrow, well, the day that this comes out, they're going to do a hotfix patch for that to drop it down to 50.
So it sucks for those people who got in there early and really wanted to bang out 100 of these quick. And that's
Yeah.
like, no,
Some
you
people-
only need 50.
Some people got it done on all of like their characters. That's insane still.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But yeah, just next tier after I get to like the purple legendary gear, the purple gear, I'm just stopping there for that. It's too much of a grind for me.
Can it go even? Can you get it up to exotic?
One
Oh,
more.
no
It's
way.
not it's not exotic. It's the masterwork where it has
okay.
that yellow
Yeah,
that
yeah,
gold
that makes
bar
sense.
outside of it. And I think it's called
Right.
Majestic when you're finally done with that armor set. But
Good deal.
that's mostly all I've been doing on that, and then just grinding for trying to collect all the weapons on all the locations. There's a title for the Wayfarer title, it is, which is get all like the weapons that you can for up to a Forsaken expansion, and I'm like very close on it, so that'll be another grind too.
Well, you just keep on grinding. Speaking
Yes.
of grinding, Moose, are you back?
I'm back. Sorry I'm late, guys. Family, kids, stuff doesn't
You're not.
always
You're
go
not
as
that late.
planned. So
You're good.
yeah, looks like you guys have been going for about 8 minutes, so I haven't missed much. Other than I did want to ask Hobbs. I'm sure you said this already. Are you playing on PlayStation or Xbox? Because I need somebody to explain to me what the hell is going on with that game.
What? Destiny?
Destiny. Yeah, I
Mon-
have no idea. I just click on a quest and follow it till I can't anymore, and then pick a new one.
Yep, that's just about it.
Nailed it.
Then I know what I'm doing
Everything
then.
you need to know.
Yeah.
You just have to go through all 57 of them in your inventory thing.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the tasks are ridiculous.
Some of them I'm like waiting for. Some like required to do the Leviathan raid. So I'm not even I'm gonna wait till cross save comes in.
Have you done Cade's quest
Yes.
yet? So you
That-
got all those headshots in multiplayer?
Yeah, that
Oh my
wasn't fun.
goodness. Yeah. You have to have was it like 50 hand cannon headshots in the Crucible or something like that?
Yeah. A lot of them I just stole from like other people. It was like one of those ones where like they do like all the damage and in my
You
last
just
shot.
finish them off.
Exactly.
Nice.
I was
Oh,
that-
so you're
I
that
was that guy.
huh?
Yeah.
Why
Well, if you want
not?
to.
Any
Yeah.
way possible.
I mean, if you got to grind it out, then that's probably the best way to do it. I'm just saying that's not how you make friends with your teammates. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. They
So-
can message me all they want. I'll reply to them as K. The
My
letter K.
DMs
And that's
are
it.
open.
Cubba,
the
have
letter
you
K.
have you gotten a T-shirt or a jacket or qualified for any of that loot yet?
No, the only thing I actually qualified for, which is the simplest thing, was the soundtrack you can get in the game for the season pass, and all you had to do was like the beginner quest of that Heroes of Solstice thing, I believe.
I gotcha.
Basically, just show like the participation award.
I don't. What are you guys talking about right now?
They're giving away like sweat. Well, I guess you have to buy it, correct? But once you qualify, then you can purchase the shirt. Like they have, what do they call them? They're not achievements.
They're like triumphs, I believe.
Triumphs,
they're called.
yeah.
So in the game, you like if you were able to unlock some of the triumphs or collect a lot of the things, and like some specific ones, they'll email you a code to go into like the Bungie store, because the shirts that you'll see are priced at $7,777.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But when you enter in that code, it'll just put in maybe like $20. I haven't gotten there yet, so I have no idea how much they cost.
Right, and they have a T-shirt for each season, correct?
Yes.
And then if you do all the triumphs for every season, they have some sort of like bomber jacket or something, right?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I only seen like the T-shirts. I haven't really looked at that.
Okay.
I know,
so
like
if you do enough in game, they'll allow you to buy merch from them.
Yeah, exclusive merch.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I guess
Shirts that you'll wear to bed and no one will ever see unless you go to Guardian Con.
Right.
True. Huh. All right. Well, hey, good deal. Anything else on Destiny 2, Kowalski?
No, just ready for Cross Save to come in next week and be able to switch my PlayStation character over.
And play with your real friends.
Exactly.
All right, Moose, you're here. You finally get a chance to check out Madden Ultimate Team. I know last week we had talked about how you're playing a bunch of that, but you hadn't really dipped your toes in Ultimate Team. How's that going?
I did, and there's a mountain ahead of me as far as challenges and things to do in order to rank up and get packs and coins and all that stuff. There's probably, 500 tasks or 500 different little game challenges that you got to do to rank up your guys. So my team's about a 75 right now. And
is that where do you have to do like drills and stuff like that?
Not drills. It's like in-game scenarios. Like it's fourth quarter and you're down by 2 touchdowns, and
all right. That makes sense.
If you play it like on different difficulties, and if the hardest difficulty you get 3 stars, and then there's like usually 1 or 2 bonus objectives also. But there was one that it took me, I probably played it 100 times, because you were at like your own 25-yard line and you had to run a rushing play, and then the 2 bonuses were like make 3 running moves, which is like actually register a juke or a spin or a hit stick or something like that, as well as score a touchdown on your own on one play. So basically, you had to
do that all together.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
did you do that?
I did.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I got it done. It is fun, but there's some challenges that are pretty tough and pretty ridiculous, and I haven't even really scratched the surface of it yet. So I'm not sure how much I'll be grinding at that game, but it's fun, and it's fun to play co-op when somebody wants to play me online, and I usually get destroyed, and usually by one play, because that's how Madden works online, is you find one play that works and you just run it over and over and over again.
Isn't that awful? That just eliminates all fun from that game, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. So.
Because it was probably like Thanksgiving time, and Megan's little cousin wanted me to play Madden. I was like, all right, I'm probably not that bad. And then he was the Packers, and the dude would just like do a slant across the middle of the field, and it would be open literally every single play, and it would be like a 10-yard pass every time. So if he didn't break free and score a touchdown, he was getting a first down until he got down there every single time. It's just like, what? This isn't fun. He's just sitting there laughing. I'm like, I can't hit a kid, right?
Yeah, so, if you don't know what you're doing on defense, they can basically know where to throw the ball before they even snap it.
Just the worst.
So you got to be able to disguise defenses and, rotate guys over and basically try to fool the quarterback just like in real football.
Well, maybe we can play some, because that sounds like a little more fun, as long as you don't bring the cheater plays.
Oh, I don't know any cheater plays yet, so now's your best
perfect.
Opportunity.
Okay,
kind of
so
like this
I'll
is like
Google.
a little better than the Mario Tennis situation, but.
Oh yeah, that's what we should do. We should play some more Mario Tennis.
We should. I haven't touched it since that one day, I think.
I wouldn't want to touch it after that one day either. If I got beat up that bad.
Here we go.
Just kidding, Moose. All right, was that it for Ultimate Team for you?
Other than that, just one little tip. there is a Twitch Prime. I think it's like an 85 overall Jim Brown. So go get him because he trucks everybody.
85 at the beginning of
Right.
your Madden Ultimate Team. That's pretty high.
Yeah. My overall team is a 75, including him as an 85. So he's
Does it-
pretty helpful.
Does it work like I'm gonna really like relate this to Destiny right now, but like light level, like obviously the higher players, then your overall team gets a lot better.
Correct. Yep,
Okay.
exactly. And it's all card based.
Yeah, just think of the players as your gear.
Yeah,
And
this- I'm like, is he talking about football or is this Destiny talk again?
It's the RPG of Madden, Koboski. There's actually a 10-hour trial if you want to try it.
I do have EA access.
But he didn't say anything about wanting to try it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll probably do the same
It's
with
there.
FIFA and then probably not purchase it. I don't know. We'll see.
Good
I
for
didn't
you.
realize you did the 10-hour trial. I thought you actually bought it.
Oh, I bought Madden, but I
I
haven't
think
bought
Shine
FIFA.
actually bought Madden now. The more I think about it too.
No, my nephew plays it, so I told him Happy Birthday, Merry Christmas, and quit mooching off my.
Oh, I think
Xbox.
Shine definitely bought it because Pat Mahomes is on the cover.
Yeah, he was That's I remember that he liked that
Because
guy.
he's a Chiefs fan. Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
And put it next to his Travis Kelce one, won that like a couple years ago.
Perfect. So, Cabo, you have the whole entire game
I got more than 10 hours.
loaded up.
Let me know.
Sweet.
Pick up your sticks, Cobbs.
I'll pick one play and I'll run that the whole time.
Fun,
Okay.
fun, fun.
You're like, I'm gonna uninstalling and unfriending you.
And gone.
He's gonna watch 12 minutes of YouTube and be able to beat me.
What the hell do I do here?
Where did I go wrong? All right, moving on. So I know Dan, Moose, and I recently got to play some of the Division 2 DLC. Actually, Kabaske, have you touched that at all?
No, I haven't.
Dude, it's good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might have to fire it up again. The last where I ended off, I was doing a couple missions in World Tier 5 to get some gear.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, the zoo mission for sure is good, but a couple guys had to go to bed last night, so I ended up playing it by myself.
You're also like 8 hours behind us.
I know. I'm also a
He's at
man.
least 13 hours behind. At
Oh,
least.
my bad. Gotta get the time zones correct. He's too busy migrating tarantulas over in his area.
That's a little south of me, but it's only about an hour south.
Dude, have you ever seen any of them?
Yes.
Oh,
I was at
God.
a soccer game at Pueblo. It's Colorado State Pueblo, and they had to pause the game for about 45 minutes because there were tarantulas migrating across the field.
Oh my
It
god.
was disgusting. It basically just looks like a brown mass, almost like a river. It's ugh.
Oh my god.
Sounds
that's
like a terrific place to live.
Yeah, I'd die.
I don't live in
Exactly
Pueblo.
what I
I wouldn't suggest anybody lives in Pueblo, but they do.
Yeah, I'm really scared of spiders, so just hearing that I'm just like, oh shit.
Nah, I think they're not poisonous here, so don't have too much to worry about.
I don't know, they're just weird.
So did you end up playing any more of that DLC, or did you just call it quits?
No, I ended up matchmaking it earlier this morning and playing all the way through it and finishing it.
Nice. So what's the other one?
Oh, I
It's
didn't play that
obviously-
one. I just played the zoo and finished the zoo.
Oh, okay.
What is it? Just a zoo and something else. What else is there?
There's a zoo, there's a college campus, and then there's it looks like a kind of like Camp David, but they call it something else, Camp White Oak or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the presidential vacation retreat place.
Is there still only one raid available?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the raid is super hard though. So
Yeah, I know. I
They
heard
only
it'd
need
be
one.
like
They're
mouse and
supposedly
keyboard
making a story
quality.
mode for the raid so that people can just go ahead and get through it and complete it.
the
interesting.
lore people.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna piss a lot of people off.
Don't care.
you're
I'm one of
really
those
good at
people that
casuals.
likes the story mode.
Oh man.
Oh well.
Yeah,
I haven't tried it yet, but
The-
it's something I definitely do want to try.
Dude,
Get back
the zoo might be the best level in the game.
Really?
Yeah,
Like-
I liked what we played. I liked that they had a couple specialized bosses. I don't
Mhm.
know if we figured that out, but I think they only take damage from fire, which
Yep.
is uncommon. It's kind of a weird thing to have, but it was
Right.
cool. We had to figure it out while we were doing it.
Have any of you guys? Oh, go ahead.
The zoo episode or the zoo mission kind of felt a little bit like Arkham, where you had to go and like neutralize certain areas because you're looking for this certain person, and then finally they come out after you go through like 7 or 8 different basically like exhibits of animals that have just like escaped, and you go through the aquarium at one point. It's really cool. And then it all concludes at, I think, the big like Serengeti exhibit, and there's a big boss fight. And that bonus weapon, the sniper rifle, dude, that thing one-shots just about every yellow boss that I've fought against.
What kind is it? What is it?
What do they call it? Specialization.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That sniper rifle literally will like one-shot every boss.
Dude, the
Jeez.
specializations in that game, I think, were a fun improvement. So you can
Right.
have like a modified playstyle.
Yeah, so it looks like I thought I got that chain gun lady immediately, but it looks like it's like a bunch of quests that you have to do to unlock it. Is that correct? Does anybody know?
I think
I was
you're
about to
right on
ask
that.
you guys the same thing. Have you guys even tried her out yet? But I thought for some reason, since you got the year one pass also, Moose, I'm assuming, right? Did you
Yes,
too as well, Dan?
I did.
You'll have to ask my game share partner, Risky. Although I think
No, I think they went basic on this
Yeah,
one.
I think he went basic on that one. I would ask him, but he's too busy with a bat. I was curious because I thought the same thing too. Because I could have swore when you're a year one pass owner, you automatic like you don't have to do anything about it. It's automatically
Right,
unlocked.
that's what
Right.
I thought too. But then I tried to do it today, and it was like level 1, and there's like 4 or 5 different tiers that you got to go through in order to unlock it and all its emotes and cosmetics that come with it.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
So basically, nah, fam. All that stuff that we told
nah,
you.
that's a grind,
Nah.
bruh.
Nah.
This is the grinding podcast.
Yeah, that game was fun until I was like level 505 and just set it down like 6 months ago. And then
Right.
we hopped back in, and now I'm 495 somehow. I don't know when or how that happened, but
Isn't 500 the max anyway?
it
Well, I think
wasn't.
you can. It's like soft. I think you can be like 515 or something, right?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
It may be now, or there just may be like. But I had like the gear set stuff that got me over 500 previously, and yeah, it apparently doesn't mean squat. Like all my stuff that was over 500 now has gear scores that are lower than 500.
It looks to me, not pulling it up for a while, that there's a ton more things to do now. So
Yeah,
it looks like there's a
it's-
new settlement that I'd never played with before, and I didn't
Was
have a
it
whole.
campus?
I don't know which one it was. I have to look.
I know there's one that's always been grayed out. You go there, you
Right.
meet that girl, and then like the one other division agent that's always around. In my opinion, spoiler. Not really spoiler. I think she's up to no good. I feel like she turns.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but I thought like for some reason people were thinking that was glitched, and maybe I guess that isn't it. And now this DLC opens it.
Yeah, it might be. I have to, I've got to play further into it. I was just checking out the new DLC levels last night, and as soon as you get into your menu and your build, 30 minutes have gone by, and so it's going to take some time to get back into that game if that's what we're choosing to do.
It's so easy to lose so many hours doing nothing.
Right,
in
just
Division 2.
shredding gear.
Yeah. Yeah, like when we started playing last night, I must have just stopped halfway through modifying my inventory because I was holding like 87 rifles and a whole bunch of gear mods. So I must have been like moving stuff from my stash the last time that I stopped playing, and then so I was just carrying all that crap and I couldn't pick anything up.
Do you guys mass salvage or mass sell at the same like set them as junk and then just
Yeah.
Okay.
I do that actually as I'm looting now. You can hold down the left trigger and you can just set it to, like, instead of picking it up and putting it in your inventory, it just sets it as loot or as junk. So
I didn't know that. I always just picked it up and that was that.
right.
Then I did it later.
But yeah, I think it's either left trigger or left bumper when you're over the items, and it'll set it to junk immediately. Or I think you can actually hold down left trigger, or not trigger, but left thumbstick or right thumbstick, and it'll shred it to materials for you out of the case.
Okay. I remember seeing that deconstruct.
Mm-hmm.
right. I think it's the thumbstick button.
Right.
Right
So
side.
if I was getting everything that I was getting under 450, I was just shredding it immediately because,
It's pointless.
But I don't. Do you have any exotic weapons? Because I don't. I don't
Nope.
know how to get them. I guess you got to build them, right?
Yeah.
I know I have the one for pre-ordering the Lullaby.
Yeah, I've
Right.
got that shotgun, but it's worthless because it's like a
totally
such
useless.
a low level.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Should have waited
No.
till we got to level 30 and then opened it.
Yeah, and even then,
Probably.
it would still be a low level. It's
But who's gonna wait till January 26th to open your Christmas presents?
I think the only way that you get the exotics is you have to get the parts up to a certain point, and then there's usually other parts. So, like, I have the exotic Deagle pistol, and I think I needed to have, like, a Deagle pistol and all the exotic parts, and then you have to go craft it.
Right.
So that was the only
Yeah,
way I
and-
got that.
The only way you can get the parts, I think, is like killing bosses, and then you have to like deconstruct those weapons in order to get the parts to make the exotics. Is the way I understand it. Is that right?
Yeah, it's
I-
as far as I know.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, that sounds like way too much work for me. Then just drop the red guns, bro.
right.
Seriously.
Like, at some point they will, but they have to make
Yeah.
it so hard in the beginning that it doesn't
Right.
just get
Yes.
flooded with them.
So, anybody else want to talk about Div 2 anymore, or can we move on?
No. Just got to play it more. I need to get back on it. I need to eventually actually try out the raid on console to see how hard it is. But
Yeah, we all do, but I think we're all a little, I don't know.
under level.
Yeah, well, under level, and nobody just wants to sit there and bang their head against the wall for 5 hours.
I just want to try it, just to try it more. So if we actually do beat it, I'll be more amazed than ever.
Did they ever fix that one little thing about the aim being off for consoles? To where like they were doing I saw a side by side comparison from PC and console, and like holding down the trigger, the aim would be so much further off on the console, so you were wasting so many bullets every time
I
you
don't
were
know.
shooting.
Hopefully they did that. I remember
Right.
that, like where you're not actually truly, because of the 30. I think it's the 30 versus 60.
Yeah, the
frames,
frame rate, exactly.
You were like losing bullets, or like it's just because on PC you were doing more damage because all the bullets were registering.
Right.
But
That sounds great.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Time to
it's
get back in
fantastic.
Division 2. You know, there's new stuff, and I believe that the zoo might be the best level that they've designed so far. So,
nice. I'll have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
and it's not easy. So if you want to run it solo, I'd match make, but you know, I've never had bad luck with it. I heard other people have.
That bit that we played was fun as hell. Like,
Right.
I enjoy playing that game. It's
And I think that college section's only open for like another day or two for some reason. The investigation portion, that whole level that we did, I think is only open for a certain amount of time.
Is it highlighted in blue?
No.
The map.
No, it's
the
it's
quest
like a
kind of thing?
little triangle
Okay.
emblems.
I was thinking about, like, I don't know if you remember before, like when they added like a little bit more extra stuff. This is for year one pass owners. It was like a little blue
Yeah,
circle.
exactly. There's
That's
3
what I
blue
was curious
circles.
about.
One is the college, one is the zoo, and then one is that camp.
Okay.
So yeah, those are all the extra DLC missions, and you have to go to the helicopter to get out there.
Okay. Nice. All right.
so.
So-
I've got a question for Kaboski.
What's
Go
up?
ahead.
Why are you playing Battlefield 5?
I had the same question. we talked to Chocolate about this last
We're
week,
gonna
and he
talk
made
about
no
this.
I
sense
saw
of it.
that, and
This
it's
is gonna
kind of
happen.
funny that I brought this up. I got a friend who, like a local friend who he only plays like a very few little games. It's usually Call of Duty, Madden, and Battlefield. So him and I were just playing. He wanted a night just him and I just get on and play some Battlefield 5. So I gave that a go, a couple rounds. It's still fun. I like it.
Is it?
No, I mean, some maps could be better, but
I always just got sniped by everybody. It's just like, hurry, wake up and die, wake up and die. And
I think I know what map you're talking about. It's
the
like a
one
big
with-
open field.
yeah,
and
and it's
everything.
like just like this giant like shanty in the middle.
Yep.
And you can hide behind those things, but somebody always blows it up with a tank, and then you're just sitting out there in the middle of a field getting picked off.
Actually, Maldo and I played a little bit too, not that long ago as well. They had a new map that came out, so there was a playlist that you could just play the newer map, and it's not open. It's not out in the open. It's actually like kind of like semi-close quarters, so It actually feels like a nicer gunplay
Is it good?
than that map.
Is it a good map?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a better map than the one that Moose is talking about.
Yeah, and I mean,
Anyone's better than that one. Gotta be.
I
True.
think for like classic Battlefield games, you kind of have to have the open spaces. I think they just kind of lost their way with. You just can't have the equipment and the vehicles and things that you need to traverse those maps quickly and make it fun to have an open
Right.
space like that, unless you're doing modern weaponry and stuff like that. And I had so much fun playing Battlefield 4. Like that was my favorite game of that generation, and Battlefield 1 was terrible, just atrocious.
Fighting words. That was probably like my second favorite. Battlefield 2 on the PC was my favorite.
2
I
was
thought
great.
1 was decent. I
Two was
didn't think it
amazing.
was bad, but I'm just disappointed that 5 is basically just a shinier. It's like Madden, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like this year's rendition of the same
1.5.
damn game. Right.
basic. How about that? That works perfectly.
Yeah, I think they fixed some of the fundamental problems from Battlefield 1. Like they made it so your bullets actually go where your sights are, as opposed to having like random deviation and stuff like that. And that's cool, but they just, I don't know. I feel like they just missed the mark with that game, and it was a
I think-
broken, atrocious mess for so long that a lot of people just gave up on it. Like I gave up on it.
Very early in the game, yeah. I think it's only been. Has it been a year since the game came out?
We're getting
Yeah,
there.
right around there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it came out in October last year.
Yeah, so we'll be hitting a year. I feel like they need more than 2 years to work on another one.
Well, and that seems to be what they're doing, since we're not going to have one this year.
No, I know, but I'm just. Well, it was a 2 year gap between 1 and 5. Am I correct? Or is it can't? Yeah, because between that was Battlefront 2,
Right.
which was another one.
But I think they paid attention to the wrong things in Battlefield 5. They were too attentive to accuracy and detail and trying to get everything right, and they didn't make the game fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. They want to go for that big realism, but it kind of there's like that it outweighs the
Right.
the gameplay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
real
there's-
war is not fun.
Yeah, I think there's a happy medium between where it's at and
Yeah,
going back to
it's-
like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 that has. I mean, I think if they just do that, just try to reel it back in just a little bit and
I miss playing
focus on
4
that
now.
stuff, it'll be great.
No, they need to put all that money in the Titanfall pot and make a good Titanfall game, and
Oh yeah,
And
'cause 2
shooters.
was such a hit.
it's because their marketing strategy
Throw in
was
shade.
terrible, but it's the
I
best
love
shooter
2.
to date.
Titanfall 2 was really
Yeah.
good, but yeah, like everyone always talks. Everyone in the Discord community or whoever just says like, "Oh, Titanfall 2 is on sale for like $4. You gotta get us the best game ever," and I just feel like no one plays it.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's a
play- well, not now, but
fantastic
if-
game that nobody plays.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's got like a 10-hour campaign that's excellent.
yeah, I remember beating that.
It's basically just boss fight after
It
boss
really
fight.
is.
I kind of wish I held off on that until after. It's gonna be like a big old graphics snob, but when they got the X enhancement when on the One X,
Mhm.
I felt like the game would have looked a lot better. Would have been a lot prettier.
Oh, you were disappointed?
No, but still.
Yeah,
I mean, when they
pay all
when they
that money,
marketed the
though.
Xbox One X, yeah, for like these like really good textures, and just imagine like the Titans how they look,
Right.
it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But
way better than
But they're
Apex
making
Legends.
Star Wars and things, so we can wish and hope and dream. But game you can play right now is Golf Club if you really want to get frustrated, right, Dan?
Have you played that at all?
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude,
it makes me want to break things.
I spent an embarrassing amount of time making a character and picking pants.
Oh, my guy looks so
Are you one of
ridiculous.
those people that spends hours just making characters?
Oh god, dude, you can customize your golf
Oh, yeah.
clubs in this game. You can
Jesus.
you can choose colors and styles and all sorts of fun stuff. And since I don't have nearly enough time to actually go out and play real golf right now, I was like, you know what? We'll give this a shot. It's
It's about as frustrating, for sure.
yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean it's a golf game, so
It's an accurate
I
sim,
don't really know
right?
what you want, but it's really like just play the tutorial. It's pretty
Right.
in depth. Like it's I was actually really impressed with
It's a great game. It,
Yeah.
it brings back Tiger Woods feels, but today's graphics.
Yeah, and it's super pretty, which, I mean, Jesus Christ, you're not really doing that much in a golf game, so it better be super pretty.
Right. But don't be looking for your ball trackers or your boosts or your special balls or anything like that like Tiger had, because this is a straight golf sim, and it's got what, the PGA courses and the PGA players.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
punishing.
got the license now, so it's legit. And yeah, you play against a computer, and you better shoot, at least 3 or 4 under, or you're not even making it to the weekend.
Yeah, I was literally playing a round right before we started the podcast because I was just killing a little bit of time. I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to go stand in the sun and play some golf in the dark in my living room on a Monday night
On my couch.
because it's raining out and I can't actually go do that right now.
So did you swap the swing stick to your offhand?
No, is that a thing?
Try that. Because
Okay.
I do it with my right hand being left-handed, and I suggested that to somebody doing it with their left hand, and they're like, dude, it's so much easier.
Okay. I will definitely try that. I've been right sticking it this whole time,
Right.
which has been going okay, but I'm definitely open to new things.
Yeah, anything to straighten out your swing. It's all about
In your
timing.
golf simulator. All right. Let's get down to business. Who's been
All right.
gambling in Grand Theft Auto's casino?
Oh, I blew my wad the other day.
All right.
Immediately gone.
Yep. Actually, I played with Risky, and that savage walked around barefoot in a bathrobe the whole time.
Dude, I posted a screenshot to the CAG Club on Xbox of my guy sitting at the blackjack table because he's in just like full battle rattle with a helmet and night vision goggles, and he's just sitting
Just
at the
chilling
table
at the
playing
table.
blackjack.
That's
There are no
hilarious.
rules at this casino.
No, there definitely aren't.
What did you guys play?
I dabbled. We played the ponies first, and
I didn't play the ponies.
I bet on 4, and 4 was a loser. We sent him to the glue factory
Perfect.
and moved along to 3-card poker. And that game, you could literally sit there forever and not really win a bunch or lose a bunch. So that's,
Yeah, the limits are low. You can
no, you can
bet like $5 a hand. It's like, who is doing
you
that?
can bet like 5,000 a hand. I did it on roulette on accident.
How do you
Hit
do
the
that
Y
on
button,
accident?
Dan. Because I said max bet, and then I was like, whoa, that's too much. And then he said, no more bets. And I was like, okay, we're going to let it ride. I think it was a loser now. But Risky was already way down on before I was. So I think we played everything but the slots. And, it's your typical online casino type deal.
Do you start off with the whole launch of it? Do you guys get like a set amount of money already?
Well, I started it out with like 5,000 chips, but you get a free wheel spin every day, which
Okay.
gives you anything from a car to cosmetics to chips for the casino. So
There's a whole bunch of nothing prizes.
right.
And then
like
there's
if
a
you
car.
ever played NBA 2K, it reminds you a lot of that whole spin the wheel deal. So I don't know. What do you think about the casino, Dan?
Dude, if you like playing table games, and I like playing table games. Like I'm not somebody that would get in my car and go to a casino to play because I work hard for my money, and there's just
Right.
things that I can spend it on that are tangible. But
And you could
Like
just
golfing
walk right
indoors.
outside the
Golfing
doors and blow somebody up with a rocket launcher.
right, but I can understand the appeal to it, and it just adds like to a game that already has a super robust simulated world. It's just like, why not add this other thing? And I'm
Yeah.
sure there'll be other parts to it, like you'll be able to rob the casino and do stuff like that. Like and it just like fleshes that out more, where you're like, I was playing in that casino last week, and now we're gonna knock it over and take all of the money from it.
Exactly.
Like-
Can't wait for a casino heist.
Like, can you imagine losing like $1 million in the casino and then robbing it the following week and being like, "This
Just
is my
take
money"?
it back plus some. Yeah. I was just
Yeah, like
coming
that's-
for what's mine.
There's like a way for you to do the heist to get like it could be like really hard, but then if you
Yeah.
get through it, that's your way of like getting like a massive
Yeah.
amount of chips.
It's like Danny Ocean style.
Yeah,
instead of a 4-person heist, you got to have 12 moving characters that all have to come together to
The
make it
entire
happen.
server has to be
Yeah.
on your squad.
That would never work in GTA. There's way too many trolls.
It would never fly.
No.
I had fun at it though for the little bit that I sat down
Right.
and played with it.
And another one, if you got Amazon or Twitch Prime, you get, I think I got a $500,000 plus a penthouse casino or loft.
Just
So,
for free? Just because you
Yeah,
have an
all
Amazon
you gotta
Prime?
do is click a button.
Nice.
Yep,
That Prime deal thing is awesome.
it is. It really is. That Jeff Bezos, he's just doing it right.
It's got it figured out.
Other than employment, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I literally, it's been so long since I logged in. When I logged into GTA, it was like, congratulations, you have $1,050,000 added to your account.
Right. Yeah, it's just like slot machine went
It's
off.
like,
It's
why?
like, oh, well, I didn't even have to gamble. Let's turn this thing off now.
I was broke.
Yeah, I think they've given everybody that signs on right now at least, I don't remember what it is. At least the Prime thing's at least 250,000. I know that, and then I think you're actually getting a certain amount just for signing on and going through the whole cutscenes of the casino and meeting your VIP host and all that garbage.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I think Rockstar is definitely, even though they've released games since Grand Theft Auto, has fully leaned into just Grand Theft Auto is our cash cow. We're just going to continue to drive content to that.
Right.
Screw Red Dead Online. Nobody's playing that. Let's build a casino.
Exactly.
That's what our fans
they're,
want.
They're printing money there still with that game. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're actually like me and Risky were talking about last night. They in certain countries they've banned the currency in the casino, so the casino's still there. They just can't buy the currency to play in the casino. So people are usually using shark cards to purchase like the exotic cars, and then selling them at a loss for casino credit in order to play in the casino. So they're
That's
basically
so bad.
laundering money inside the game in order to access something that their country doesn't want them to play.
And I
So,
think, I
you
can't
know.
remember, was it, I think we were talking about this the other night, that it's just, it's so funny that with all of the controversy around like loot boxes and pushing gambling to kids in games right now, and Rockstar is just like, yeah, you know what? Loot boxes are crap, but we're just going to go ahead and actually build an entire casino in our game. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's go straight to full
Yeah. They just
gambling.
basically built the win in GTA. Same writing and everything. It's ridiculous.
Like, it's just so Rockstar
It's
of
like-
them.
It's like the head production guy at Rockstar was in Vegas at the Bellagio or something and just took a picture out of his window of the win. He's like, make that.
Do it.
Probably got a raise.
Right? You're a genius.
It is weird to think like now, like the game came out what 2014, 2013.
13, I think.
Do you guys
Yeah, it was
remember
on the
when it came out on
PS3.
360 and they said it's never
Right.
coming to Xbox One? Do you guys remember that? I remember that.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to come on Switch.
I would love to meet the person who thought that would be a stupid idea.
Right?
Cause, jeez, this game is just it still hits like top 10 on GameSpot.
Yeah.
Still,
People just want
Like-
that currency because
Mhm.
they always put that deal on sale where you buy the game for $40 or whatever and you get a $500,000 in shark card currency or whatever it is, and so that's why they're always like in the top sales every month.
yeah.
Yeah, and for like bang for your buck. So like, yeah, if I pay $15 and I'm getting 100 hours of enjoyment,
Right.
like that's an easy win.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've been playing the shit out of Sea of Thieves lately, and it's just because just hopping in and riding around is fun.
Right.
I mean-
and see a skull fort up, take it down, get the credit. That's about it. But before we talk about Kaboski's Sea of Thieves adventures this week, I just want to put a PSA out there. There's a game on Switch right now that's on sale for $10 called Wonder Boy. The trailer looks awesome. It looks like a platformer. And me and Risky bought it and fired it up, and it is hot garbage. So stay away from Wonder Boy. I don't know what else to say about it. So, how about them C's, Cobbs?
Seas are fantastic. That game is beautiful every time I play it.
What'd you do?
Because I have it on Sail the Seas and shoot, what's that quest? It's like the more recent quest that just came out.
The Tall Tales?
Yeah, I think we did the Tall Tales.
Okay, so you did the first one?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
You just go dive into water and grab some chests, and you end up doing like a puzzle with to like the turning stones.
Yep.
Thingamabobbers. But our Divinity nights on Wednesday had one of the players couldn't make it. Shine's friend.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't make it, so usually we substitute that for Sea of Thieves.
Gotcha.
And last week happens to be a week that his buddy could not make it, so we decided to go into that and just be 3 morons on a ship trying to do the Tall Tales quest, which we did. It was very nice. It was actually because last time we did it, we had I think we sunk the ship, something like that. We couldn't finish it the first time we did it, but this time we actually just got it before we we called it a night.
Yeah, because they have like idols and like tomes and things that if you don't turn them in, it basically is like game over, and you have to start the whole thing over.
Oh, I remember why we couldn't do it last time. I don't know what the heck it is. Like the totem, like you said, it's like
there you go, the totem,
key or whatever,
yep.
Some key. Something happened. I think when the ship got a hole in the bottom, the totem went with it.
Oh no!
So it got lost in the sea. So we couldn't. I was like, "Where the hell is this totem at? I don't see it anywhere. It's not in the ship." And we're just like, "Ah."
That's frustrating.
But it was kind of like that. All right, we're just gonna call it a night, kind of thing. Tough crap.
Hey, I got to tell you, there's been just as many nights that end in tears that have ended in triumph. So you're not alone there, buddy.
That's what makes it fun, though.
Right. Yeah. There's one night that we did the skeleton ship. Like there's an actual encounter where you have to fight waves of skeleton ships, and I think we sunk like twice, and then brought the ship back. Basically had Megan stay in a rowboat the whole time out there, and finally beat it. And as soon as we beat it, the Kraken came up, and we were obviously out of cannonballs and out of wood, so didn't go well for us, and we lost everything. And that was one of those nights that we're like never playing this game again. And then 2 days later, back on Pirates.
We got everything done for that Tall Tales, and we're on our way to the merchant to sell everything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 100 kilometers. Like we got it. We managed to turn everything in, but like 100 kilometers, and the Megalodon shows up. I'm like, oh my god.
Castle had already started drinking, right? He was celebrating, and
it's actually kind of funny. We were in the game. I decided to just get like sloshed and start puking everywhere. Turns out we were like on the outer part of the storm, but it still affected the ship. So we're just trying to patch holes the whole time, and I'm just I got to the point where I'm just like dizzy as all hell. And I can't go I'm trying to like put a board on the wall, and I can't do anything. I'm like, this is the worst time. Yeah, it's like the worst time to get drunk.
I don't know if there is a good time to get drunk on that game.
No.
Other than the only good part of getting drunk in that game is puking in your bucket and then throwing it on somebody.
Oh, I always do that. Shine's like, my screen's covered in green right now.
Part.
I think that's the only good part of being drunk.
Yeah.
At least in Sea of Thieves.
I can get behind that. Dude, I have a ton of time in that game. I still probably could not run a quest by myself. But I'm like a great third or fourth hand on a boat, though.
I can't even drive a ship by myself.
Doing anything by yourself in that game is just pretty much suicide. Because anytime any other boat pulls up with more than one person on it, you're just like, well, here's all my stuff. I'll see you later.
GG.
Yeah.
I'm just going to jump off this ship and you guys have fun with it.
Yeah, just chase it into the sunset. So.
You know what game speaking of the drinking and all getting drunk, you know what game I always found like has such great detail with it is Grand Theft Auto, going back to that game. Because I always felt like if you were like insane, like you go to the bars, you like hang out with like Franklin or Trevor, and you get drunk at a bar, and then you just start stumbling out and you get into a car.
Right.
Like it just,
and you can't drive.
Don't. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I definitely condone drinking and driving, but in the game, just like the detail of it, like the cops just following you
Yeah.
and everything. Like it's just like wow.
You
They
can
put a
see
lot-
how
they put a lot into that.
it might be an accurate simulator. I don't know
Yeah.
personally, but
No. Yeah, that's a story for another time. But
Let's not fess
So,
up to any felonies on the podcast.
Nope.
as it being, dog days of summer, have you guys been playing anything else? Anything else you want to talk about before we get into the news?
I didn't put it in here, but because I didn't really try that, I didn't do the Cataclysm event yet. But I did play a few missions of Anthem
Have they fixed that mess
after
yet?
the.
Or is it still
Uh,
pretty not done?
it's not bad. It's getting better. I mean, it's not like perfect yet. It's not really playable. I mean, it's nice when I did matchmaking. I was able to party up with 3 other people.
That's good.
When the game hit its downfall, I had to do like 2 contracts by myself.
Oof.
So I'm only at Grandmaster 1, but still the difficulty of fighting those is just a real pain in the ass. So
Especially when you haven't done it in a while. I tried to
it's been a while.
jump on earlier today and ended up getting pulled away, but I was all thumbs. I had no idea what I was doing as far as my build, So it'll take some time to get back into, I know that gameplay's super easy and super fun as far as the controls and everything, but just remembering as far as what your masterworks are and what are they? Is it exotics, the yellow weapons?
Yeah, I actually just got when I played it, it was earlier last week. After the Cataclysm update came in, I got my first legendary out of there, so I was able to do that. I think it was just a piece of augmented gear. So,
Yeah, it sucks when you
Gotcha.
get that first one and it's like not
Something
good.
Garbage. Yeah.
It's just it's not a weapon
You
or
can
anything
run
that I
faster
want.
now.
Ugh.
Yeah, you now use less boost or whatever the hell it is. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, so I can fly forever now, but it's not going to help
Yeah.
anybody else in this game. So,
Yeah. When you're an interceptor, it doesn't really matter. You're always up close anyway.
but yeah, we definitely need to check that out. I plan on it's a limited time event, right?
Is it a limited? I
not
just
sure.
thought they just. I know like that time event or whatever is there, but I don't know if it's there forever. So,
Okay.
but I feel like we have enough time. We have more than enough time if that's the case.
Yeah. Oh, and that's like today. Go back to Division real quick. I beat the zoo, and I popped a diamond achievement for doing it. So it doesn't look like too many people have been playing the DLC like us. So
I feel like the only people that are really going to be playing it anymore are like the hardcore
diehards.
division play. Yeah, the diehard division players,
Yeah.
or people are just like, oh yeah, this came out.
But I say it's worth a look, and I don't know if the diamond achievement's still available because I was literally 4.99% of gamers.
You know what game? This is just random off topic, but I think of diamond achievements. You ever played the Master Chief Collection? And if you ever do the ODST DLC that came with for Halo 3, every mission on there
Is
is
it
a
diamond
diamond
because
achievement.
nobody played it because
No
everybody
one
hated
touches the-
ODST.
No one touches the ODST,
That's
so I did that
hilarious.
once. It's just everything was just bing, diamond.
That's how it was
There.
surprisingly with Forza Horizon 3
Yeah.
Hot Wheels DLC. If you actually get towards the end of it, all those races are diamond achievements
Yeah.
because nobody goes
Yeah,
that far
because
into the games.
Who's playing that?
It's a good game. I think it might be better than 4.
Even with the Legos one?
I think the stock
I
game is.
didn't subscribe, so I didn't play Legos.
No. It looked cool. I saw some people playing the Legos, and it looks really cool. Like just driving into things, you'll hear
It
it's
just
just
explodes,
like
right?
clonking sound. Yeah.
Kind of like when you blow stuff up in the Lego, the other Lego games, I guess.
But can you drive a Warthog
Yes.
in 3?
There's in 3 and 4.
Oh. Well, shit.
Nice.
Maybe not. Maybe it's just 4. Everything runs together.
I thought the Warhog was in 3.
No, the Warthog mission's in 4. Maybe the
It's definitely
Warthog
in 4.
mission. There's a Warthog mission in 3, but you don't go into space.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
And then 4, you go into space, right, Dan? Like I feel like
I
there's
don't
like
remember.
A spaceship
There's
or
a
something.
Pelican,
I don't
though.
remember.
that
Yeah.
like races you.
Right, that's what it was.
So that's like the mission. You're in the Warthog on the ground, and there's like a
Yeah, and
Pelican
you're racing
flying
against.
and you're
Yep, that's it.
racing it.
Okay, enough with games nobody's are playing. Anything else you guys want to
Something
talk
hard,
about?
man.
I know. There's nothing coming out either, so You got that coming after news.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
I got
All right,
nothing else.
well,
I
that's good.
basically just hop in and play Blackout every now and again. That's pretty much it.
Cool. Well, let's get to the headlines then. All right, let's see. Quick hits starting up. Need for Speed Countdown on website set to end August 14th at 9 Eastern. Also, Gears 5 has gone gold, which means they are printing the discs. It's coming out next month.
Gears fans.
Yeah, get ready. It's in Game Pass, so I don't know why you'd be buying a disc. So, Yuke's and 2K have split. So, the Japanese developer of WWE since 2013, they made other wrestling games for THQ. I think it was, I don't know, it was a PlayStation exclusive, Fire Pro Wrestling. They're going to pursue making their own wrestling game. Hopefully they can get a good IP, because apparently they make some pretty good games from what I hear. The last few 2K wrestling games have been hot garbage, though, and I think that's what they're trying to get away from. They're just trying to get away from the restraints. So, also, it says 2K's in-house studio Visual Concepts will be taking the reins as far as who's making the new WWE game. So, any care or comment on WWE or 2K? Or
Wrestling games are my jam.
Are they?
No, not at all. Sorry.
There used to
Sorry, I
be
was
some
laying the
good
sarcasm
ones.
out a little thick there.
Yeah, back.
The last time I played a wrestling game was back on the N64.
Yeah, like WCW versus NWO.
Yeah, last time I played
That might be the
Yes,
best
Revenge.
wrestling game ever.
Uke was its own developer in working for THQ, so we've
Right.
come full circle.
So, yeah, let's make that game again.
Please.
All right, I think we can move on. So, you guys heard about ninja porn?
It's the best kind.
Yes.
A couple of days ago, you go to Ninja's page and you're greeted with a message that says, "The streamer you are looking for is in another castle. Check out these popular live channels." Only Twitch channel to ever have done this. So basically, they pulled him down and put a link to he's in another. That's funny. The number one trending video on this page at one point was straight up porn. Wow. So they're sending all Ninja's followers to a porn site? Is that what I'm reading here?
And they're all definitely adults.
Nice.
Definitely not
Yes.
children watching a
Not
blue-haired
at all.
man play Fortnite.
Boy. No. Oh boy. So he's definitely not happy about this, and he's commented on the situation. He made a video and he says, "We haven't said anything bad or negative about Twitch because there really haven't been any reason to. But I've been streaming for 8 years to build my brand and build a channel, 14.5 million followers, and they are still using my channel to promote to promote other streamers. I have no say in any of this stuff," he continued. So this is the line. This is the straw. We're trying to get the whole channel taken down to begin with, or at least promote other streamers, other channels on my brand, on my freaking profile. So for anyone who saw that, for anyone whose kids obviously didn't want to see that, I apologize and I'm sorry. So basically, it's out of his hands, but he's still on the hook for it because his name's affiliated with it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm
sucks.
sure it's just some salty person at Twitch that, it might even be his account rep that says, let's bury this guy. But I think Ninja might be bigger than Twitch at this point.
He is. And I'm back.
Hey,
How's that
Risky.
bat?
Welcome back.
Dude, oh my gosh. Let me tell you about the last 50 minutes of my life. I still don't know where it is. So,
Oh, cool.
Zero
So you
improvement.
still have a friend in the room.
yeah, I have a friend downstairs somewhere, but there's a giant hole in our screen, like in our dining room. And then I just heard a bunch of screaming. I'm sure people on Mixer could probably hear the screaming as well. So sorry about that earlier. I'll make sure to cut
Was
that out.
that
in
you
post.
screaming, Risky?
No, it was Meg and her cousin. They were trying to watch The
Sure.
Bachelorette or whatever it is downstairs, and I see her screaming. And at first I thought they were just screaming like at the show, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like I told them, just try to be a little quiet, and now they're screaming like blood-curdling screams at the top of their lungs. Now it turns out we had a bat flying around, so I went down there and I was watching it for a minute, and then went into the dining room and disappeared. and that's where there was a giant hole in the screen. So I looked all around the bottom floor, everywhere I
Wow.
could think of. I'm just hoping it went out the hole it came through. It's probably hiding somewhere, and I'll hear more screaming in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Well, welcome to my world. I got screaming girls around here all the time. So.
God, if that was a preview of what's to come, count me out.
Yeah, actually, there was one of them right there. You're welcome. Right on cue.
Nailed it. Oh God. Yeah.
So
All right, I'm back.
there was just one thing left to say. Let's see. Twitch did make an apology. They said Twitch has since issued an apology to Ninja and his fans and have reverted his channel back to a normal offline screen. No longer advertising porn or other streamers.
That's where I
Massive
usually go
improvement.
for porn.
You go to Twitch?
Yeah,
Wow.
you know,
100%.
100. Yeah, that's where I just check. I'm like refreshing Ninja's like little page or whatever. Shows the what do you call it? The channels you should look at.
Yeah.
I'm just curious,
If you
like
like this guy.
how long do you think that this porn channel was like the #1 trending thing before someone figured it out? Like,
Right.
was this like hours, days? Like,
Yeah.
Have you ever perused
think
the
they
just
get in-
chatting section of Twitch?
Nope.
I have not, but it sounds
Dude,
like I might want to head down that way.
It's there's a reason why like
Straight
Twitch
porn.
thoughts is an expression that's fairly commonly used.
It's like the back pages of the local newspaper, huh?
Titty streamer.
The classified
Yeah.
section.
Oh God.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Happy
thanks.
you're here.
Yeah. Do you want me to take over, Moose, or you want to
No.
keep going?
That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So we're done with ninja porn. I'm glad you had to say that. I don't think I was actually going to say ninja porn. If I
Oh, we leaned right into it.
Oh, I
love it.
did.
I
I was like,
love
have
it.
you guys heard about ninja porn? Me either. Let's read further.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So next up, Twitch is releasing a thing called Twitch Studio. It's currently in beta. What this is looking to do is replace having to use third-party apps like Streamlabs, XSplit, OBS, that kind of stuff. They want to make it so all of those tools are right within the Twitch ecosystem themselves, kind of just giving you like an all-in-one package kind of deal. The three things they're advertising is guided setup to help you find your optimal settings, including connecting your mic and webcam, customizable templates to get your stream looking just how you want it, and built-in activity feeds, alerts, and chat to help you engage with your community while you stream. And then signups for the open beta are live now. So if you, I think this is really good for people that are just starting to stream or maybe have thought about it, but then they see all of the stuff around it, like all the extra applications you're going to have to download, all the other things that you're going to have to link up and stitch together to make like the perfect stream. This might be a good one-stop shop for all of this. So it sounds pretty cool. I guess we'll see how that turns out, though.
It'll be nice when both of these, because I think both streaming sites are kind of in their infancy. I know Twitch is huge, but, at some point, I think all these things will be included like they're trying to do with this beta on both platforms, and streaming will be so much easier.
Yeah, so Mixer kind of took a step towards that when they
Right.
introduced Lightstream so that you could set all your stuff up in Lightstream and then just kind of hit a toggle inside
Yep.
of Mixer.
Exactly.
So that was a step in that direction. Microsoft's big enough; they should be able to make some software to implement into Mixer.
Right,
to
just
have it all
inside.
done there, right?
Or even just come up with another app that's just for the streamer, kind of like Mixer Create, but not for IRL,
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because I was talking to Jesse actually about streaming, trying to stream on Twitch like a couple days and then Mixer a couple days.
Right.
And I think this would be like a perfect avenue for I don't know, just getting that whole thing set up, even though I could just switch my stream key and
Can you not
Streamlabs pretty
can you not
easily.
stream simultaneously? Because I thought don't a lot of people do that?
Yeah, there's an app called Restream that can send your stream out to everything, as far as I know. And then they also have like
Right.
a chat app that will filter all of the chats into one chat box for you. I just
Right.
think it's kind of weird when you do something like that, though, because you'll be on Mixer and then someone from like your Twitch chat will say something, but the people watching in Mixer won't see that
Yeah,
chat. And It's
exactly.
just kind of like, it might give you bigger eyes, but I don't know if it's actually going to help you, or like more eyes, but it's not actually going to help you lock down a following or community, I don't think. So
Sure.
No, you
But-
need that when there's 20,000 people in your combined chats, so you're not actually replying to anything in the chat because it's running
yeah,
down
you
your
don't need to
screen
do
so fast.
anything.
It's all just spam.
Then it doesn't
The
matter.
only people you reply to are the people that send donations, and then it pops up on screen anyways, so you can
Right.
talk to those
Or
people.
yeah, they have that talking bot in the background that comes up after their donation.
Yes,
It's
and reads at forums. They
Yeah.
literally just don't have to do anything, not
Yep.
interact at all.
like, yeah, we'll get there one day, right?
Oh yeah,
It's the
100%
dream.
sure. The dream. Yeah, right.
To
yeah,
sit in a chair for 12 hours a day. That's the dream.
Just
that's
call
what
up
I
Tim the
do
Dat
now,
Man.
anyways.
I'm sure he'll let us come over.
Yeah, what the?
He lives right around
He
here.
He's good at division.
He does. All right. All right, moving on. Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and some loot box stuff. It wouldn't be an episode of Cross Atlantic Gaming if we didn't touch on some fun loot boxy stuff. So the three of them, I forget, is the ESA maybe? I think that's like
Yeah.
is that the big trade commission thing or something? Whatever it is. It was at a meeting there. So the three of them are now going to be disclosing drop rates for their loot boxes. So any publisher that wants to publish on any of their platforms now are going to need to tell you what your percentages are for getting stuff out of loot boxes. I get it's good. I mean, it's good for us, but I also think it's something that the three of them had to do. It's kind of,
Yeah.
if one of them sat out of this, it's kind of like, oh, all right, well, you don't want to be a part of this, huh?
And it's another thing is, they're doing something before they're required to do something by law.
Right. Gives them a better look.
Exactly. They're
Right.
getting out in front
I
of
think it's
It's a PR
they're
deal.
forcing transparency, but this isn't actually the issue. The issue is that there shouldn't be the loot boxes, and so this is like I don't know. This is like a very
A
weird.
Band-Aid.
Like, look over here at this. We're gonna do this, and this makes it better. It's like, no. Like, the issue is that there are loot boxes. Get rid of those. That solves the issue. Not.
But we'll tell you have
Now
a
you have to know.
0.5% chance to get this legendary skin.
Yeah. That's
That doesn't
Right,
make
that's what I
me
was gonna
feel any
say.
better. It makes me feel worse that I know my chances of getting that perfect skin
Right.
are so low.
and it's not gonna stop
Kava,
any
does that-
9-year-olds.
yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say, Kava, does that make you want to buy loot boxes in Overwatch when you find out that you got like 1 out of 200 chance to get this purple skin for your Mercy or?
No, I don't ever buy loot boxes on Overwatch. There's no need.
Right, you can
to be
earn
honest
enough
with ya.
just by playing
Yeah,
the game.
it's pretty easy to get loot boxes in there. In that game alone, just leveling up.
But I think a better way to
So-
go of it is kind of the way that Epic's done, and then everybody's kind of followed in line behind with the battle pass, and everything's cosmetic, and you see what you get up front, and you can pick and choose what you want to buy.
Yeah. Well, hey, speaking of that system and loot boxes, Rocket League actually is going to
Right.
be getting rid of their loot boxes at the end of the year. So that's pretty sweet. They put out a statement saying, here at Psyonix and Epic Games as a whole, we are dedicated to creating the best possible experience for our players all over the world. In pursuit of that goal, later this year, we will remove all paid randomized crates from Rocket League, replacing them with a system that shows the exact items you're buying in advance. That's just another good move, good
Right.
savvy PR move, and it eliminates that gamble factor, I guess, because you know exactly what you're going to be looking for. I think this is what everyone should be doing,
Yeah.
honestly, but greedy publishers are always gonna want there to be loot boxes. So I don't know
Yeah.
if this helps or hinders them at all. I feel like if you're gonna buy a loot box, you're probably gonna buy it whether or not you see the percentages or like the chance of getting the things you want. So I don't really know if this is making a huge difference.
But do you think this is like something that the developers don't want to do due to having to put more money into creative? Because, you can develop one set of assets for these loot boxes, and then you can run them for 6 months, a year, or whatever it is. As far as the stuff that you have in for purchase that everybody can see, you've got to keep coming up with fresh stuff inside that store all the time. So you've got to keep a team, in development just for that.
That's true. And I guess a lot of, like, when I see season passes now, I think new things get rotated into the loot boxes every, like, season.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of have to do that already. But, yeah, it might be more of a point to have even more at this point.
Right. Got to keep things fresh, especially when Fortnite's doing things daily at this point.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, a step in the right direction, though. Maybe still not the whole issue, though. Like Dan said, it's
Yeah.
You need to get them completely out of
The
there. but-
optimist in me wants to believe that this is a good thing and starting to step in the right direction and
Right.
leaving the dark forest of loot boxes. And the pessimist in me is like, okay, so what have they already planned ahead is going to be the thing that replaces this, and now they're okay letting go of the loot boxes because they've already got a plan for what they're going to do. Like,
Oh yeah, they're always 2 steps ahead.
I don't know. We'll see. Only time will
And
tell.
then they'll come up with something that feels greasy, and everybody will,
It's not good if it isn't greasy.
outrage. Yeah, everybody will outrage, and then they'll change it, and that's just kind of where we're at these days.
Just the place we all want to be, right?
It's not so bad as long as they fix it.
True.
Yay, summertime.
Yeah,
Living's
right.
easy unless you have bats in your house. It's not as
Hey,
fun as you
Better than
think.
tarantulas.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, they're kind of just like flying tarantulas, aren't they?
No, but they don't eat living things. Usually the bats around here eat like fruit and bugs. Well, I guess bugs are living things, but we don't care about those, right?
So I should just leave out some fruit on the table for the bats,
Dude,
just in
bats
case.
are great. No, you should go to Costco and get one of those bat habitats and put it on a tree in your backyard, and it'll keep all the mosquitoes down.
And it'll keep them out of my house because they'll have
Exactly.
a nice little habitat to hang
Yep.
out in.
And then you'll have no mosquitoes also.
Oh my goodness!
And you'll be a hero.
I should
Come on,
invite
Risky.
that bat back in.
That's right.
Keep them out of the house.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, we shall see. All right. I think we're gonna cut the news there. Some good,
Not much else going on other
No.
than
There's-
Slow week.
slow summer.
yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, speaking of slow summer, Moose, what games are coming out this week? Is that slow as well? I bet you. It is.
Oh, I am scraping the bottom of the barrel for games coming out this week.
Joy.
So I didn't even know that this game was still being released because I thought it had IP issues and they were being sued. But Friday the 13th, the game is coming out for Switch on August 13th.
Yeah, I think the whole deal there was they're not allowed to create any more content.
Any new
than they are.
content,
It's no new
right?
content. Yeah.
Okay,
I still think this is just kind of like when Dead by Daylight came to the Switch. It's like
right.
I don't see this game running that smoothly. I never saw Dead by Daylight actually running on a Switch, but
No.
I would assume it probably wasn't great.
The eShop is just shovelware at this point. And just
that
put it on
horrible?
the eShop. Somebody will buy it.
Like the first year the Switch was out, there was like 7 games, and it was such a bummer. And now there's 4,000 games, and 95% of them are garbage.
Right. Oh, well. We sift through and buy the trash so you don't have to. Right, Risky?
100%.
Don't worry. I already warned him about
So-
Did you
Who
tell them
bought
about Wonder
Wonder
Boy?
Boy.
13th.
Yeah. I just basically said don't buy it. That's all you have.
I think we
you
already
need to
own
know.
Friday the 13th on Xbox, so we don't need to buy it again.
No, you
Yeah,
have to
it's
you have to
not
buy
good
it
there
for
either.
Switch just so you can tell us how good it is.
Just so we can tell you how good it. Maybe if we were a Switch exclusive podcast, we'd go down that road. But that's neither here nor there.
So yeah, that's out on the 13th. Also out on the 13th is hopefully I pronounced this correct. The Viscera collection on all platforms. That basically includes Viscera 1 and Viscera 2. And it looks like it's a classic beat 'em up, shoot 'em up, 2D platforming type game from back in the day. I never played it, so I'm not sure about it, but it's on all platforms, and that is the only game out this week that's on all platforms. So
You
I
really
figured
are
I'd mention it.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel here, huh?
Yeah. And then there's one final one. It's called Exception, coming out on Xbox and Switch and PC on the 13th as well. And I believe it's a type of platformer as well, but you'll have to look in the Microsoft Store for that one if you want to know what it's about.
So the exception is PlayStation there, huh?
The Exception's definitely PlayStation.
Ah,
I
Got
had to
'em.
Google 2 of those 3 games.
yep. Nailed it. Okay, cool. Did you do a quick reminder of what the Game Pass game was?
No, I didn't, but everybody should be playing, what is it, Time Spinners, right?
Time Spinner. Yep.
Time Spinner, just one.
And I think you got one more week.
I always go searching for Time Splitters in Game Pass, and it comes up with nothing for me. So
Yeah, so you have one more week if you want to get any feedback in for Time Spinner. Obviously, you can send that in to the Game Pass Roulette section in our Discord or on socials, pretty much wherever. So make sure to get in your feedback for that. All right, guys.
I think that's about it, right? Slow week, slow
I think that's
news.
about it. I was gone for. This is the shortest podcast I've ever done. It was a total of like 20 minutes for me, so that's fun.
Don't worry, we talked about the division for like
Yeah.
50 minutes. So there's
Okay,
our
cool.
division
Yeah,
fans are
pretty
going to
much.
have tons of division content.
And we couldn't go
You're
without
welcome.
mentioning Sea of Thieves for at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, and I didn't even do it?
Yes.
No,
Nice.
you didn't get to talk
Nope.
about it. But if you want to, highlight anything.
If you have anything to add,
Nope. Oh, actually, yeah, I do. We're having a community play either this Saturday or next. We're still the
Right.
voting's still in process. So stay tuned to Twitter, or if you're in Discord, you'll obviously get it there. But we're voting on whether or not we're going to be playing Sea of Thieves this Saturday or next Saturday, which is the 24th. Yeah, so the 17th
Yep,
and the
the
24th
17th.
are the
Yep.
2 dates at the moment. I think the plan is to try to get 2 galleons on one server. Might be challenging. If not, got a couple ideas with how we can
Yeah.
do something fun with having
can
people
do
on
it
separate servers.
A few different ways.
So yeah, that should be good.
oh man,
Come play
2
Pirates.
million
It's
is one
going to be a
server.
good time.
That sounds like
Oh,
a real good
jeez.
time.
Oh boy,
Come on,
sounds like
Dan.
something you
We
might be
got
able to
so
find on
far
Ninja's
without having
Twitch
to
page.
edit anything you said, and then you go there.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm kidding.
Hopefully, people that young have no idea what that would be referencing. So
Right.
wonderful. Yeah, so
It's
community
2019.
play
They know. They have Google.
coming up. Yeah, 8 years old, just googling all sorts of things.
Don't do it.
Perfect. Don't do it, kids. It's not worth it. For real though, it's not.
There's things you can't unsee.
It's 100%
Yes.
factual. All right, how do we right this ship? We don't. We just we leave it.
Yep, hit the eject button.
Perfect. Let's plug up this sinking ship the best we can, I guess.
And we're out.
Yep. Head on over to RossAtlanticGaming.com for links to everything: Discord, social media, YouTube, all that fun stuff. Discord's the best place to hang out with all of us. The 4 of us are there, in all sorts of different capacities. So come hang out. If you'd like to support the show with your hard-earned money, you can head on over to patreon.com/CAG podcast. And obviously want to shout out our top-tier contributor, and that continues to be Chaotic. And clearly it's paying off. So shout out to you, Chaotic.
Thanks, Chaotic. And I think you guys mentioned my buddy Tim earlier, but
Yeah, I did.
Thanks. Appreciate you, bud.
I was like, Moose, who's this Tim guy? Does anyone know this Tim guy? He's like, yeah, he's one of my friends. He doesn't really game. He just wanted to support the show. And I was like, you know what?
What a
He's
bro.
a
my
good
favorite.
friend.
Tim.
Yeah,
You're my
bro.
favorite
Just a
kind
good
of person,
friend.
Tim.
Exactly.
He's never going to hear any of this, but Tim, we love you.
He subscribes, though. He just never listens.
I'll take it. If you can just make him download it, like he
Right.
just needs to turn it on, then turn it off. That's really all we need, I think. So
Okay. Got
sweet.
it.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
That's the
You're
kind
man.
of growth that we're looking for here.
Exactly. The listeners that aren't.
I'm just
listeners at
hoping that,
all.
one of my friends out there knows somebody at their work that plays games, and they're like, hey, wait, my buddy has a podcast about games. You
Spread
should
the
check it
love.
out. Exactly.
Good call. Yeah, and lastly, if you need to reach out via email for anything, cagpodcast@gmail.com. That's about as official as it gets. So email us there if you really need to. But there's a lot of other avenues besides email to get a hold of us.
Do you ever get emails?
No,
You-
Chocolate does.
Not from people that listen to the podcast. It's just everything that our account's connected to. Those are all the
Okay.
emails we get. No, who sends emails? What?
Just join the Discord.
Just join
That's the place to
Discord.
be.
Exactly. If you want to find me for any reason, I am at Risky the Kid everywhere. Moose, how about you?
Moosenstein8314 on all platforms.
Kaboski, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Kaboski on Xbox and PlayStation, and on Twitter at Brad Kaboski, all one word.
All right, and Dan Pod.
So, funny story.
Oh, this is a good story. I
Oh,
like this
yeah.
one. Go for
He's
it.
got some new numbers to his name.
So, I was DanPod131 since the dawn of time, and I got bamboozled by Microsoft, who told me that I was going to be able to change my name just to DanPod, and then
Yeah, the old invisible numbers trick,
when
right?
it published, I am now I don't even know, man. I'm pretty sure it's DanPod5150, but I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
I don't
think
know
that's
if that's
what
it.
it is. It is. I think I remember that from last night. I was like, "What's up with the 5150?"
Dude, it was all lies.
It's so funny because like
David
when your
Herb.
name pops up in my like game bar when we're playing, it says Dan Pod in bold letters and then like kind of grayed out a little bit. It's number sign 5150.
Yeah.
So like it wants to
I'm
work.
dead inside.
So, I believe you might have to check with Megan on this, Risky, but I believe a 5150 is a psychiatric hold in the hospital.
Well, there you go, Dan. Just the
How
4 numbers you
fitting.
wanted at the end of your gamer tag.
You been to CPAP lately?
Perfect, right?
I think this is perfect.
Oh my god. All right. Well, hey, Cabo, Dan, thanks for being on the show, guys.
I had so much
I
to contribute this
think
week. I don't know how you guys would have
maybe
gone
it
through
was
this without
good.
me.
I could just understand every word you guys said. That's
That's a
step
win.
in the right direction in my eyes.
100%.
Just joking. We miss
Zing.
you, Bear, and all our UK friends.
Do we though?
Maybe a
I
little.
don't know.
All right. Jeez. Yep. We're gonna end
Hey,
it.
thanks for having us.
No problem, guys.
Happy to be here.
And thank you, everyone out there, for tuning in to this week's episode of Cross Atlantic Gaming. We'll catch you guys next week for an all new episode. Woo! Goodbye.
Later, friends.
See ya.
Fight for me. I'm
There
just
we
gonna
go.
make Dan Pod
Yeah,
on loop
just
right
make it
there.
one.
Just be the whole outro.
Just use all those tones and then auto tune it to
Just-
different octaves and make a whole new song of just.
Keep the instrumental though, but it's just Dan Pod singing now.
I don't know if I have the time or patience for that at this point. We'll see.
All right, you guys got any jokes?
The guest hosts never come
No.
prepared with the jokes, so you
No, I always forget about this crap.
called it crap. We should just end the show.
Wow. No, I got jokes. It's back to school.
gonna
I
get
got
real.
back to school.
Well, you're the only
jokes.
dad. You're supposed to have
Do
all
it.
the jokes.
All right.
Do the thing.
Why did the broom get a poor grade in school?
Because it was flying. I don't know.
Because it was always sweeping during class.
Like sleeping, but sweeping.
All right, here's one more. Why did the M&M go to school?
I don't know.
Because he really wanted to be a smarty. Candy and school joke. Got him 2 in 1.
Is that it?
And a courtesy laugh from my wife as she walks out of the room.
She's like, that was the worst joke we've ever
I think
had.
you should
Congratulations.
auto-tune
Yeah,
it.
she didn't send me
Here's
any
one.
this week. I blame her.
Auto tuner.
Google dad jokes. Did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in
They
France?
weren't.
They were cooked in grease.
were- Yes.
He's the ruiner
Suck.
of jokes, dude. That's what he does.
Yeah,
if
That's
they're
such a
if they're
jerk.
repeats, I ruin them.
pushing old ladies in puddles and
Whatever.
ruining jokes are Risky's pastimes.
Yeah, what a and they say chivalry is dead.